In this video, we're going to be talking about how to submit to article directories and Squidoo to get different traffic back to your ClickBank review blog. Now, if you viewed the earlier video on press releases, then the concept that I taught there was to submit your press release to large press release sites and directories. Because then what happens is your press release gets down and down into many other little small ones. So if you use the same concept here for article directories, what you want to do is you want to submit your article or your review into article directories that are large. Because eventually what happens is other sites will begin to grab from those large article directories into theirs. So that way, not only do you get a lot of backlinks, but with articles, primarily you get a lot of good traffic that are looking for good content. So in this video, I'm going to show you what is available out there for you to use. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. So the question that you might have is, okay, well, I have a review blog. Do I take what I wrote on the review blog and post it to the article directories, or should I write another article and drive traffic from that article directory to the review blog? It's merely up to you, but the easiest way is just to grab that review and submit it to article directories. Because what's happening here is you're using the blog for the purpose of getting traffic and getting a good ranking. So what I would highly recommend is that you take what you wrote on the review blog and you post it as an article. So whether you want to rewrite it or just post it there and just rewrite the resource box at the bottom so you don't have to do a lot of work, that's probably the easiest way to go about this, is to take what you wrote and then use it as an article, but rewrite your resource box so that people can find you and they can find whether you're a review site or they can find that product that you're promoting. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at a few article directories that are available to you that you should primarily focus on the most. The first one is Easing Articles. If you just go to Google, you type in article directory submission, you'll find lots and lots of sites that either offer you services to submit articles or you can submit them yourselves. Honestly, I'd highly recommend that you submit it yourselves, mainly because a lot of those sites that just submit to article directories, a lot of them you really don't need. If you submit it to easingarticles.com, most likely you're going to get good rankings anyways. So it's just much easier, you save a lot of money, because you could use a submission service like this one for $70, or you could do it for free yourself and get a lot better results because you're able to track it that way too. So with that said, let's go ahead and go to easingarticles.com. So this is what Easing Articles looks like. It has lots and lots of great articles, so you may want to tweak your review article just to make sure that not only does it have good content, it reviews that product, or if you're using that pre-selling method, you're teaching people about, say, how to stop your puppy from chewing, then you can also use that route as well. With Easing Articles, you can get started. You can go through these and look at different articles, for example, and you can also get started by clicking Submit Articles here. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to create an account. If you don't have an account, you can go create it by entering your email address, password, first name, last name, address, and other information. Now, there are a few other article sites out there that I'd highly recommend. There's some paid sites, there's some that are free, such as Easing Articles. There's one called Article Marketer, which is a site, and it's a site where you have to pay money, but it's very, very worthwhile because you get tons of backlinks and you get a lot of results just through this site. And another site is called goarticles.com. Goarticles.com has lots and lots of articles, as you can see here. It's one of the big sites, sort of like Easy Articles. And if you want to submit, just click submit. Of course, you need to be a member to sign up, so you just sign up. And most of these are very similar to each other, so submission process is easy. Now, earlier I mentioned that you could use services to have your articles submitted. Now, while those cost money, there's a lot of good ones out there. I'd highly recommend that you go to a site called Digital Point Forums. You can actually go there right now. So there are a lot of people out there who are standing by and they'll submit your article for $15, $25, $35, and something that is a reasonable price. So the first thing you want to do is go to the forums. If you don't know where they are, we can go to Google and I can show you what it looks like. It's forums.digitalpoint.com. It's a really nice site. I like it. I use it a lot. And I'm going to do a search for article submission. Now, the reason why that I recommend using this versus just finding random sites on Google is because you can see what other people say about the services. So as you can see here, we have press release submissions, which would be good too for the earlier video. And you have other people who have teams, like large teams of people who do, submission, article submission, things like that. Now you got to be wary, some of these sites don't give you the greatest results. Some of them do, but at the same time, there's always going to be sites out there that just don't give you. So it's a variation, you can see it. Sometimes they'll say, oh, we'll submit your site to 1,000 sites for only $5. You got to watch out for those, because a lot of those are just, it's too good to be true, and it is too good to be true. I've had situations where I hire somebody to submit to 500 sites for $10, and what they end up doing is using those automated services where you can do it for free anyways. So it's very important to see what people say about those sites. So for example, this one here says article writing and submission service. So this guy writes an article for $6 and he submits it to 10 article directories. Now that's not a bad price, and that's actually quite reasonable. And then you find out what other people have to say. What you're looking for is, wow, this guy did a great job. And out of 10 or 20 people, probably every 10 or 20 people will actually say it. So that's what you're looking for. So I would just recommend that you go around, look around, and find people actually responding and saying, hey, I like this service, it looks great. Or another way to detect it is if you look through it and you don't see anybody saying, this service was a waste of my time, or this service was a waste of my money, kind of deal. Because people will say that. People are very honest on this forum, in fact. So if you don't see that, then it might be a good thing too. So right now we can see article submission service. So we'll go ahead and click on that just to see what it's about. So there you go. Just use your judgment. Look around. Think of it like eBay, but the only thing about this site is you have no mediation, which means if somebody takes your money, they could run with it. However, I've never had that happen to me, and I've been doing a lot of business on here for the past year. So with that said, Easy Articles, goarticles.com, articlemarketer.com, and use forums, the Digital Point forums as well. So the next thing we want to look at is Squidoo. What is Squidoo? Squidoo is a place where you can go and you can set up a page and you can actually make money with those pages. And just to give you a view of what you're looking at, this is Squidoo right here. So let's say, for example, that we want to do a research on Squidoo. Let's do something like dog chewing and see what kind of results we get from that. So we already see a lot of things right here. It says stop dog chewing, how to stop your dog's destructive chewing, how to train a dog to stop chewing. So apparently that's a very, very broad keyword. So you'll notice that Squidoo says there's 143 lenses. What a lens is basically a page. So if I go to this site, you'll see a lens. So think of a lens sort of like your home page, but you can put a lot of things on it. People can comment on your page, as you can see here. And you can even post eBay ads and other things like that. So your whole goal of creating a lens is to build a relationship with your viewers. So you could either write the review, or if you did the pre-sell method, that's even better, because what's happening is you're actually building a relationship or building the trust with the person that is viewing your lens. And then at the end, you could recommend links to grab the dog training ebook that we're promoting. So that's what Squidoo is all about. It's about creating a lens and, building a lens so that you could even use it to make money by promoting the ClickBank products. So if you want to create your own page, you can click this link. It's very, very easy. Just how you saw how easy it was to create a blogger.com blog, it's so easy to create a Squidoo lens as well. Because you got to remember, there's a lot of people using Squidoo that are not internet business people, not internet marketers, or even not technical type people. So with that in mind, you just click, you want to create it, click what you want your lens to be about. You could say dogs from chewing. What do you want to do with your lens? So do you want to get the word out about stop dogs from chewing? Are you going to sell? So Squidoo is pretty amazing because it allows you to do many things. You can make money with your lens, and you can give it to charity. You can make money or just keep it. Or you can do your own thing. So we'll use this as the easiest option. Once that's done, you want to name your URL, and I'd highly recommend that you name it among the keywords. So if we're trying to rank on Google on the keywords on how to your dog from chewing, then do that. And you can do what they call is long-tailed keywords. So instead of putting spaces, you either put dashes or you put underscores. And then what you do is you choose a topic, which is animals and nature, or even how to. But we think that we'll probably get more audiences from animals and nature. It's a G-rated thing, definitely. Go to step 4. And at this time, you just enter. So you get the point as far as creating a Squidoo as lens. Once you create a lens, you can just enter the information in there, and that's it. Great, so now you know how to do this. In the next video, we will be talking about a few more traffic resources that are available to you.